wonderful music.
Hey, we back.
Yo, we are back for another episode.
Episode 5. 5's my lucky number. I have a good feeling about this one.
Five's your lucky number.
Yes.
Really?
Five's my lucky number. Any number that has a 5 in it, especially like 55 or 555.
That doesn't even make any sense. Next he's like, well, like 5,555, 5 million. Oh boy,
500.
Oh boy. Anyways, have no fear. We are here. We are back.
Yo, I kind of like
episode.
this. Kind of like Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Sports.
It's not terrible.
Friday Night Talk. I mean, that might be it. That might be the day, and then we can come up with it. PSNBS presents Friday Night Talk. Something like that.
Well, that doesn't have anything to do with sports.
Well,
but
I mean, we can work it out.
Yeah, we'll work it out. Details. We'll
just go with it.
Yeah.
What up, Tex? How's it going?
Oh man. So I got a little bit of news.
Oh shit!
Just random because we are car guys.
Yeah. You trading something in?
No. Why would I do that?
I don't know, because you do it all the time. You go through cars and wheel setups like people go through underwear sometimes.
No. Listen, I've only traded one car in ever.
Oh.
I think. Yes. Anyways, point is, we have the bus, the old school classic VW bus project.
It's been a while since I've heard anything about the bus.
Yeah, we just bought some parts.
Oh, making some leeway.
Majority of the metal parts. So we're going to be jumping on that. I'm going to be jumping on that and recording it, putting it on the YouTube channel. YouTube.
Oh, look at you, just plugging yourself away.
/The garage. Of course. I mean, I got to do it.
Get you plugging yourself. Go ahead. Yeah. If you
got to do it.
Well, we know you're not following yet because it's the first time you're plugging it. But yes, he does have a car page where he puts up all his, and it's not even cars. You have some videos of you just doing house shit, building like cabinets and stuff like that.
Yeah, all kind of random stuff I do. I'm gonna start this year. I'm gonna start doing like everything I build now. I'm just gonna record and throw it up there. Not just the car content, because people have asked, "Oh, what do you do on the side?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do wood stuff too. Do wood, house things. We got some upgrades to the house coming.
Your whole patio doing like the roof extension type shit, the overhead thing. I
should have recorded that, but
that probably would have been big.
I just wanted to get it over with. To be honest,
I know I mentioned it, but the motor for the Roadrunner's gone too.
I know.
It's at the shop. Things are rolling with that as well.
That's been gone for like a month now.
About 3 weeks, but they got motors. They're 2 months behind. Not behind on motors, but they're 2 months out.
Okay.
On getting your shit done.
Okay. Wow.
So,
wow. At least you're in the queue. At least you're in the queue.
And then we ran all the wires through the motor, through the car. So
okay.
With the wiring harness, so we got the wires to the back, to the front, whatever's in this gonna stay in the end and inside the car. So doing a little something.
That's good. You gotta get it ready, because soon as the heart comes back, you slap it in, you hit the
wire it up, slap it in, turn
and turn it on and go.
And that shit says blah, 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 blah. And then I'm gonna park that shit at her mom's house.
Bobby's like, I'm getting my garage back.
My STI needs to be in my garage. What? I'm gonna sell that damn lift too, because I want to buy the quick jacks that you put underneath. Like the tall, skinny ones that you just slide from the side.
Wait, which one do you have?
I got the big square one that just sits in the middle of the garage. It's like a scissor one that just goes up. It has the arms just like a regular stationary lift. But it just kind of it's like a scissor. Okay.
You're gonna have to send me pictures and stuff, because I might be interested.
Yeah. I mean, it still works. It's just for doing like transmission stuff, it's kind of hard because it's directly in the middle. But
okay.
Anything else, bro, anything that has to deal with tires, wheels, suspension, it's a dream sake, man. It's freaking amazing. Doing oil changes.
We'll talk.
Okay. All right, because then I'll
We'll
use
talk.
whatever money so I can get my little quick stands. I forgot what the quick jacks or something.
The quick
like that.
jacks? Yeah. I've been looking at a set of those for a while.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to get some.
The good thing with that is you have the middle of the car, but then you don't have the in and out on the sides.
Right.
With mine, you don't have the middle of the car, but you have all the sides. So it's like you just got to pick your battle, you know.
Well, with me, if I do any work on any of the cars,
what's up, B?
The trans just pulls out through the front, so I don't need to be dropping things from underneath. So
there you go. So you won't have that issue then.
Nah.
Yeah, but it's nice because it just sits there and you can just go right over it, and then it's got the arms with the pads.
Okay.
Just put it where it needs to go. And you just hit the button, and it sounds like a regular click, 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 click.
Oh, nice.
Then you back it down. It's exactly like a stationary lift, but you can move it around.
Okay.
Heavy as hell. We had to use a engine hoist to get that bitch off the trailer.
It's a good thing I have one of those.
I have one too. So, all right, that was enough. I guess that was WTF talk.
Yeah.
We're talking cars because we are car guys. We might have to start our own car page.
We might have to start the car podcast.
A car podcast. Just have our own channel on that.
I think that can happen.
And we can do it anytime. I have access to all this beautiful stuff that we could use.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell the guys
that use their stuff.
That I'm using our stuff so we can make our own shit.
Oh man! All right.
I'm also kind of trying to skim some time here. Hopefully, London gets home from work. He unfortunately got caught up at work.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be on today, but we got some interesting stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today. All-Star games / Pro Bowl, and is it worth it? Anything can save it. Blah blah blah. We'll get into that. Potentially talk about some Olympics stuff going on. A lot of shit happening in the Olympics.
Oh man, is it?
The NFL Player Awards was last night. I think we should definitely tackle that. The James Harden Ben Simmons trade, it finally happened.
Did it? Here's the thing.
So is that what we're starting with then?
I mean, I didn't really do any deep diving into it, but I could say like this: anybody that really wants Simmons on their team is clinically insane. There's it. Clinically.
Why clinically
Why?
insane though?
Because he's okay, super talented. We know this.
Yes.
Everything else except his shooting, he's top notch.
Top notch. Can attack the rim, lay up, slam the dunk, defense.
Yep. Everything.
Passing.
One of the very few well-rounded, can do everything type
big
players.
Big guard.
Yes.
6'8", 6'7", 6'8". He's a big guard.
Up until last year, he has yet to take his NBA career seriously and learn how to shoot. Okay. That was the only thing really missing from his game, and he's been in the league for a while now, and he hasn't spent the money to get a trainer to help him shoot. It is absolutely ridiculous, and if you're a professional, you should do everything in your power to help just full out complete your game. It's like LeBron says it all the time. LeBron spends $1 million, $2 million a year on his health, just to keep on his body to extend his career. And this guy,
I think Dwayne Wade said the same thing. He spends like $1 million a year. He was spending about $1 million a year in nutrition and all that other stuff to keep his body up.
If you think about it, that seems light to spend, right? Like if you spend $1 million a year, hold on. Well, in relativity, of course, you spend $1 million a year and it extends your career for another, let's say, 3 to 4 years. How much more millions do you make?
You're making $20 million a year.
It's a no-brainer. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons, come on. Cut the check. Get somebody in there. Help train you. Become a better shooter. That way you're going to be even more desirable because now you can shoot. And it's going to open up the rest of his game even more.
Yeah, I would have to partially agree, as based on position.
Mm-hmm.
Him being a guard, I think you have to at least be able to shoot middies and fucking free throws.
It's
At least. Because I was gonna say there is a handful of people over the years who was very successful in the NBA who couldn't really shoot that much either.
Game has changed, Bobby.
I know they got bigs that can shoot now. I know
Exactly.
Porzingis out there knocking threes down, Joel Embiid out there with a better shot percentage than Ben Simmons, more than likely.
You got forwards, small forwards. You got centers shooting threes. If you're a guard that can't shoot,
but listen to this. Listen to what I'm about to say right now. LeBron James needs the right people around him.
Indeed.
I think Ben Simmons is the right person. When you have James, you just need someone to give him the ball, but still have the ability to attack the rim.
Okay, I can see where you're going with
See
this.
what I'm saying? At least in Philly, it was Simmons and Embiid. Embiid controlled the bottom. You need a Simmons to shoot. Embiid was doing the shooting too.
Gotcha.
And now you just put James Harden with Joel Embiid.
I'm with you. I think I'm with. I think I'm with you.
I think.
Are we? You think we're gonna see maybe a situation kind of like, let's say if Stockton just never shot the ball?
Wait a minute. No, he didn't go to the Lakers. What did I say? No, he went to the fucking Nets. Same situation. Durant. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So not fucking LeBron. We were talking LeBron with his health and shit. I'm sorry. Right. I had it wrong.
So we'll have a guard penetrating and dishing the ball off, drawing maybe the double
shooters
to shooters and or the big man for layups, dunks,
yes,
all that stuff. I can see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying now?
But here's the thing:
with Harden, he needs the ball to shoot, score. He's got to score.
Right.
Durant, even though he's injured right now, got to score. Kyrie, when he stopped being a bitch and he's actually playing, he got to score. You have too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Come on, Zach.
Okay. So
leave Kyrie Irving alone for a little bit, man.
As you can see, I'm a Cowboys fan, and we dealt with this with Amari Cooper. We lost Amari Cooper for 3 games this year because of COVID and this whole. I understand it's your decision and this and that and blah blah blah. But
yeah, I don't understand.
In certain situations, I know many people who have government jobs, big paying jobs, and it's like, all right, my one buddy, Disney, House of the Mouse, happiest place on the planet.
Oh boy, you better get that shot or else.
Vaccine or no job. You know how many people left? That's your option.
Yep,
you get paid millions and millions and millions to play a game. I don't know. That's just me. Get the shot. Put up your money, but then again, you're still getting paid to do nothing, I guess. And that's what he's looking at. That's why I say he's being a little.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you have some kind of obligation to the organization. If you don't want to take the shot, fine. You don't have any plans on getting it? No, we're gonna terminate your contract. You're not gonna sit and we're just gonna keep paying you.
There's gotta be something. There's got to be something that could be done. Suspension, or you don't get paid for a certain amount of games or something. There's got to be something to be done. But I would have James Harden wanted out of there because he saw that they were faltering. With Kyrie's being his little whatever self. And,
troublemaker.
And with Durant Durant hurt. I think they lost 9 out of the last 7 or something like that. They're definitely going down. And which sucks because when this trade happened, I was just like, oh, God.
Yeah. This is supposed to be the power team.
This could be disgusting. This could be scary. This could be absolutely scary. But
it's interesting that sometimes when you do put the pieces together, it just doesn't work.
Go ahead.
It's a testament to other people make these super teams. So just having the talent on your team doesn't mean it's showing us right now that it doesn't really mean anything because. These guys should have been maybe not the first year, but the second year they should have won.
Just to put out there so we know who wins the Super Bowl, guys, and by how much points. Damn, son, we're getting there.
Slow down, man. We get to it.
Hey, we're talking NBA right now.
This guy's in a rush over here.
I know. Jeez.
He's trying to watch us on his lunch break, trying to get back to work.
He's like, I only want to talk football.
Give me football. Let me go back to work.
So Brooklyn traded James Harden, 76ers, for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond. So
Seth
the
Curry's a good addition.
The Knicks get essentially another shooter, but just a corner shooter. That's your job. Stay in the corner, shoot, protect the ball. He can play a little defense. That's it. Andre Drummond, yes, he's on a downhill, and if London was here, he'd say, fuck that guy. But he can still get boards. He's still a big body. He's still hard to move around. He said, I'm editing a reaction right now. Y'all, good take. Your time. I know. I'm just messing with you, bro. So they get they lose a great shooter, because whatever you want to say about James Harden not playing defense or this or that,
he's a scorer.
He's a phenomenal shooter. He put the ball in the hole. Buckets, Mr. Buckets.
Yep.
Yes, they lose him, but they gain like everything we said earlier. Yes, he can't shoot, or he's scared to shoot, or he'd rather not be embarrassed. But he can pass. He can defend. He can go to the hole.
He can do everything else.
He can do everything else. Very good. So I don't think they lost, especially getting another shooter with Seth. So they still have a shooter.
Right.
Durant's going to be the number one knockdown guy now. There's no questions
100%.
about it. There's no questions. It's like, who is it? Is it Harden? Is it Kyrie? Is it?
It's Kyrie's team now.
It's Durant.
It's Durant's team.
It's Durant, 100%.
If he can stay healthy.
Yeah, because he's injured again.
Yeah, Mr. Glass almost. Come on. He's getting a little shaky.
But on the other side, Harden helps out. I think Harden helps out Philadelphia as well. Because now you have that scorer. You have that person who can get to the basket, who can get to the free throw line, who can
pass
get you
if
30, 40,
to.
Get pants. Yeah, he can pass. But he has a big who's healthy, who can play down low, who can also play outside. I think they're going to be interesting.
A dominant big.
Yes.
Not just any. Like this top tier going on over here.
I want to see.
Do you think this lights the spark in him for maybe like going down the road, like getting closer to playoff time? In Harden, because he has the history of just like, hey, it's playoffs, and then I'm
playoff, like Paul George playoff P. Sorry, I had to.
Oh man, you know what sucks? Like they're gonna when it's time for like the basketball Hall of Fame, like they say that and then call his real name after. There's a playoff P. I mean, Paul George.
Wow.
That's messed up.
I'm trying to see.
That'd be super funny.
76ers.
I mean, I kind of like Harden on the 76ers.
Stats. Oh, roster. Here we go.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to see what their roster looks like. Okay. So we have obviously Joel Embiid at the center. Oh, never mind. They got Danny Green on the team. They ain't going nowhere.
Oh.
Sorry.
There goes your season.
They got Tobias Harris still, which is good. Power forward. Joel Embiid. I don't know who's. So you got James Harden now.
He'll definitely be starting. Sure.
So Danny Green's a small forward. It looks like. Yeah, he's definitely the small forward. And who do they have at point guard? Tyrese Maxey? I don't know who that is.
I don't even know who that is. It's a rookie? Is that a rookie? Might be a rookie. I don't know. I never heard that name before.
Out of Kentucky. Yeah, he's 21. I mean,
a baby.
I honestly don't know who this helps out more. I honestly want to say this trade helps out Brooklyn more than the 76ers.
Well, I'm gonna say this helps out the 76ers because he can go into that team and he can play right now. We won't see the true potential of the Nets until Durant comes back. So you have to wait till he comes back and then they'll work together.
Even though Simmons hasn't played all year, he's fresh. He's fresh as he can be.
True.
But he hasn't seen game time all year. So right now, I think I saw the other day they said right now if the season ended, the Nets would be in a play-in game. You know, So I mean, they're not even in a top spot, and I'm pretty sure once Harden hit that team, they were expected to be at least one, if not two, in the East.
Right.
So
They should have been. Like I said before, it's just weird how sometimes you have the pieces, but they just don't fit.
let me see. Let me go to the Brooklyn Nets real quick and check their roster. I mean, LaMarcus Aldridge,
Good.
Andre Drummond, two big dudes. Kevin Durant when he's healthy. They still got Blake Griffin.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that he's on that team.
Kyrie when he's there. Patty Mills, he can play some defense.
They still have a great team.
Seth Curry, Javon Carter,
low
Bruce
budget
Brown.
Steph, but he's still decent.
Now they got Ben Simmons, so I mean they
have a squad.
That's why, I agree with what you said. When Kevin Durant comes back healthy, then I think they'll be more nasty. Just inserting Ben Simmons into what's here now,
it helps them. It keeps them afloat for sure.
No, because the trade deadline's over. And I was about to say this right here. If they could have gotten this trade done sooner, they could probably, because they have a lot of bigs.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of bigs. Kevin Durant, Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, Andre Drummond, James Johnson, Day'Ron Sharpe. I mean, they probably could have put another package to trade to another team.
You throw
get something else.
You throw Seth back in there.
Damn.
He's on the plane, and then they're like, "No, son, connecting flight to someplace else."
I mean, they could have used Drummond. They could have used the same people they got. Drummond, Seth. Be like, nah, you know what?
Yeah, send them right back. That's funny.
I mean, because all these on little salaries. 1.6 for Blake, 1.6 for Andre, 1.7 for LaMarcus. I mean,
wait, 1.6 for Blake?
Yeah, they're on small contracts right now, man. They're just trying to get it. They're just trying to get the ring.
Yo, he is bugging, son. He is worth way more than 1.6.
And then you got Kyrie at 35.
And he's not even playing, so he's useless.
Not even playing.
Worthless.
Yeah, exactly. Seth Curry's at 8. That's kind of a lot. Kevin Durant at 42. That's where their money is. That's probably another. And now Ben Simmons 33. So I mean, they pretty much just swatched salaries with him and Harden.
Yeah.
But I think this team could be nasty a lot more than the 76ers.
Yeah, they have my head is still spinning that Blake is getting 1.6. That's nuts.
Yeah, 1.669.
I still think he should be in that at least double digit per year.
But he took I think it was that sign and trade shit where, I think he's still getting paid from the other team or whatever. Or he takes like the entry level shit. I don't know. I know he came over, or he could have recontracted, redid his contract to save money or whatever. He's just chasing the ring right now. That's it. Him.
Man, you better be chasing that. You better be chasing those M's. Career. Yeah. I mean, a few more years left in his career. 1.6 a year is probably not going to really keep him in his current lifestyle for a very long time. So you might want to just see if you can get another, as much as you can get that he's worth for the next 4 to 5 years. That's the way I would think. But
yeah, I mean, James Harden wanted out. Ben Simmons wanted out. It gets to a point to where you're like, I'd rather not have a pissed off person here playing,
Right.
Because at any given time, they could just be like, oh, I'm done. I'm not playing. I'm just going to sit on a bench.
But does Ben Simmons think the criticism is going to not follow him to another team?
Here's the thing. If he comes to Brooklyn now, and it's just right back to the same thing, it's going to keep going.
Of course.
He might see. I've seen video, and I don't know if what's up with this, but I've seen video of him actually playing, like, not street ball, but just in a gym with just random people, and he's looks comfortable shooting, knocking down shots. I don't know. Maybe he's just scared to shoot in the limelight because he doesn't want to miss. Yeah. I mean, obviously, it'd be more than that, but I'm just.
I mean, it's a different. Obviously, it's a different situation because you're just playing to like have fun or just pick up games or whatever here, just to keep everything greased and oiled, let's say. But when you're in the, TV's on, there's thousands of people chanting, and there's the guy on the sideline saying, "You can't shoot." You know what I'm saying? It probably messes with his confidence.
There is, again, remember my uncle said, you get paid millions. You should never miss an open shot. That's
Your
his
uncle's
theory
right.
on it.
But at least mostly.
We have a little proof of this. Remember the bubble season? In the bubble, playing over here in Disney?
Oh, yeah.
How many shining stars showed up all of a sudden because there's no crowd, there's no distraction, you're just in there shooting the ball.
You're just playing basketball.
You're like in the gym. You're just playing basketball. You're just in the gym and you're just playing. You can hear everything. There's no extra anything.
Right.
And all these players all of a sudden started knocking out a shot. I'm you know what? I should have thought about this before we freaking did this. I'm curious to see what was the average shot percentage that year. What year was that? 2020?
No.
2021? 19.
It would have been 19.
Let me see. Let's go to here.
No, that would have been 20.
NBA.
Yeah, 20. That would have been 20. I'm pretty sure.
Bubble season.
I mean, that would be interesting to see if percentages went up.
Because they interviewed a bunch of people because they were asking, like, what's different? They're like, there's just no distraction. You're just going, you're just playing. So it just becomes, whatever. But, in the game, I guess it's just
2020, I think.
Percentage.
Yeah, 2020.
Got that wrong. There you go. All right, let's see what comes up. Where's my ash? Here we go. Let's see. Bubble and shooting percentages. I'm really curious now. It was a 2020 NBA season. 22 out of the 30 teams created a bubble in Orlando. Yes.
Right off top, the first thing I see is like percentage went up. The average percentage went up by 1 point from 53 to 54.
Let's see. Similar noticeable. Poor free throw shooting. Well, here, 3-point percentage by defender distance. Regular season, 39, 38, 34, 34%. That's from 18 to 20. Open threes. Oh, that's open threes is 39%, 38%. And then it's saying here, overall free throw percentage rose from 77 to 80%.
It's a decent jump.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but
3% it's significant.
Even Dwight Howard, whose poor free throw shooting, saw an increase from 49.4% to 61.8%.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody's used to when you're playing in a park. In some gyms, some other, or maybe not the nicer gyms, you have your backboard is white, so there's nothing. You could actually aim and see better. It's not. You don't see people.
It's clear. You don't see the.
Or you don't
flashing lights and all the sounds and whistles and people yelling.
Yes.
There's a lot of distractions.
There's a lot. A lot of distraction.
So
actually.
maybe that's just. We're literally helping Simmons here by giving him an excuse, but.
Well,
maybe that's what it is. We
figured out what the solution is with him. We got to put him in a gym, play by himself, and then just add his points afterwards.
Wow. All right, let's wrap this up on him.
Yeah, because they're not that important.
I don't know. Let's see what happens.
We'll see how the season goes.
The Nets should be doing a hell of a lot better than they are.
100%.
They definitely 100%. Shouldn't be down that low. That's pretty embarrassing.
One thing about the bubble thing
with all those players.
One thing about the bubble season, though, I did enjoy actually hearing the players talk to each other.
Yes.
It was very entertaining.
And that's one thing I love about hockey games, because you can hear them talking to each other. And they're not just saying he's on the left, he's on the right. Like, you can hear the different vocabulary teams have to say who's going where, who's doing what. I'm coming on this side. There's a guy on you. Puck's coming up left, right.
I'm surprised they're not like how the NFL mics up some players. I'm surprised some NBA players aren't mic'd up.
I don't know if you want that.
Listen, you just come out on the court and you go, listen, a little bit crazy, but I mic'd up this game. You just do it like you do it in the NFL. No big deal. I mean, you don't broadcast it live, obviously, because people would just get fired for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You just do something after for like highlights and stuff. You edit and then you put it out. I think it would be interesting to hear the play calls and stuff like that.
All right, so let's talk a little NFL.
Of course.
All right, are you ready, B? Are you ready for some NFL? Super Bowls this weekend. Big anticipation. I have to give you an early congratulations. The job's not done yet, but I am very impressed. When we started this 5 weeks ago, and we were making our round 1 predictions, you had the ultimate hot take.
The ultimate
hot take, and I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing my ass off harder inside than I was outside because I would have bet everything in my power, everything I owned. I would have bet every week. Except that first week that they were gonna lose. Even though I picked them against the Titans just because you had me on hype mode and I just went with it. I was on that train with you. But you said the Bengals not only will beat the Raiders or the Titans or the Chiefs or just make it to the Super Bowl. You said, and I quote, they will win the Super Bowl.
It's going down, Bobby.
And I was like, there's no fucking way.
Come on.
I'm like, maybe they'll beat the Raiders, but they're going to beat the number 1 Titans with getting King Henry back, and then they're going to beat the Chiefs. I don't see this happening.
Light work, Bobby. This is light work.
Light
work, baby.
Light work.
Work. Kind of.
Light work.
A little bit, sort of.
They had to pull off a massive comeback to beat the Chiefs.
Doesn't matter. Listen, when Tom Brady does it, Bobby, they call him the GOAT and he's the greatest. When
you call him Burrow a GOAT? He's a mini GOAT. He's a mini GOAT. He's a sheep, little lamb.
He's a little lamb chop. You know what I'm saying? Little lamb chop. We call him the kid. We're gonna call him little kitty. He's a little kitty. You know what I'm saying? He's out here. He's marching his team to the promised land. Okay, this is not some regular quarterback that just got drafted. We're talking Heisman Trophy winner. We're talking college football champion.
Championship.
College football champion. Now he needs the ring to have the Holy Trinity. Gotta have it.
Yeah,
this is his time, bro. This is like magic. Everybody's losing their mind. It's like, yo, what is with this kid? No, everybody's like, what does he have? And he has this thing about him, like when he's on the field, when he's off the field. Dude, when I see videos of him like in the locker room talking to his teammates and stuff, I'm just like, this guy is gonna be great. If he's not great
exactly,
already.
B. Exactly.
He's got it. I don't know what it is, but he has it.
NFL.
Bengals, baby. Bengals.
I was shocked, man.
I'll just say one thing. This is gonna sound a little bit ridiculous. But if you were to put a Bengal tiger in a room with a ram, okay?
Here we go. You're
okay.
feeding. It's feeding time.
It's feeding. Listen, something lamb chops, ram chops, whatever the hell you want to call it. Ram chops. It's dinner time, baby. Bengals just gonna eat on Sunday. It's a wrap, bro.
Oh, here we go. That's what I've been looking for this whole time. Okay.
It is a wrap.
Well, I honestly don't care who wins the Super Bowl. I'll be happy either way. But I am pulling for Matt Stafford because, as I said in the past, this podcast and other people, I feel like if you put your dues, especially when you're on a shitty team for so long, you're due one. And I felt like he paid his dues.
Tend to agree.
Still pushing 5,000, 4,500 freaking yards a season practically. Yeah, he's probably some seasons he had the same amount of interceptions as fucking touchdowns, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you have a gunslinger. Far through interceptions, you know.
Everybody throws interceptions.
Yes.
He's got, listen, as far as he's clearly has the best team he's ever had ever. And
oh yeah, not even close. 100%.
Their defense is scary.
Can be scary, but I still worry about his turnovers. I still worry about his turnovers. He got a couple of close wins that shouldn't have been there. Tampa being one of them. They came out to a 3-point lead real quick. Not a 3-point, 3-score lead. And then they have 4 or 5 turnovers throughout the game. You don't give Tom Brady a second chance. They lucked out there a little bit. Rooting for Rams because Stafford played for Georgia. There's a lot of people are doing that as well. But I'm just hoping for a really good game. This is the first time in a long time I'm not rooting for one side solely because I can't stand the team on the other side. And yeah.
I like that.
But
oh man,
I'm hoping for a good game. I'm going to say my prediction right now.
Here we go. Rams
31, Bengals 28. That's what I said last week or last episode. That's what I'm going to say right now. 31. It's going to be a close one. 31, 28.
Let me see. I haven't put too much thought because I'm just gonna. I have faith in Burrows, and Jamar Chase is damn near unstoppable. Period. You know what I mean? But the Rams, Aaron Donald. This guy's
Aaron Donald, Von Miller.
These guys they're freaks of nature.
Jalen Ramsey. They got 1, 2, and 3. Every level of that defense has a super star.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
If Stafford doesn't turn the ball over, this is not even gonna be a game. I'm sorry.
Do you think so?
Yeah. If he doesn't throw stupid picks, this ain't gonna be a game. I'm sorry. I'm not, you know what? I might be changing my thing now. 31-24.
This guy, really? Okay,
I took points away from the Bengals.
Okay.
You just talked me into it.
Let me write that down.
What's up, Killer Tap? How's it going? Rams need to play the whole game. They've almost lost in the last drive this entire series. Yeah, they pretty much exactly.
We could see that the Bengals have almost zero offensive line. We know this. They've had 2 weeks to scheme and plan and plot. If they do not figure out a way to stop the defense and Donald, it's not going to happen. You're going to be picking up Burrow out of the turf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm still. I have to ride with the boys. I got to ride with the boys, Bobby. I got to ride with them.
You rode with them?
27, 20 Bengals.
Wow. 27-20 Bengals.
27-20.
And I say 31-24.
I think it's gonna be one of those things where you'll see it. It'll be a long pass to Jamar Chase, and then touchdown, and then game. Boom.
So he's gonna be the game winner.
He's the guy. He's gonna have. He's
not Higgins.
For them to win, he's gonna have to have the ball thrown to him significant amount.
I think they're going to have to somehow figure out a running game. Get that defense tired. They're going to have to pound the ball for a little bit, get that defense tired, and then hit Jamar over the top.
I mean, Mixon can put up numbers. He can put up numbers now.
Yes.
They're just going to have to, like, what did
Text says Rams 35, Bengals 32. Again, within 3. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a good game, I think.
I don't think the game is going to be that score. The scores are going to be that high. But
the Chiefs' defense was on a tear towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
They were up there, and then
what did
it say? I saw y'all both basically saying there's no way this is going to be a blowout. I mean, I hope not. I love close games. Yeah,
it's not going to be a blowout.
I did the Madden simulation. Rams 17, Bengals 19. Hey, they got the Madden simulation. Bengals 19, Rams 17. It's going to be a close game. They came back on the Chiefs being down 3 touchdowns. So, I mean, you never know. And that's what I'm saying. If
I got that magic.
Matthew Stafford plays a clean game and don't turn the ball over, they have too many weapons on both sides of the ball. Cooper Kupp, OBJ.
Yeah.
He's been revitalized, man.
Yeah, yes.
He stepped out of the shit, the Browns, the shit, right into a Super Bowl team.
But guess who's been partying for the last 2 weeks?
I haven't seen no boat pic.
You ain't seen. Don't bring that up. We don't talk about that, Bobby. Come on now. Everybody knows this. Don't talk about that. It's history. It's history.
I mean, they have too many weapons not to
He's
lose.
out here. He's out here
but
playing video
games. The Chiefs. Hmm? The Chiefs had a lot of weapons too, and they got beat.
Sure did.
Sure
did. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited that it's not. For once, it's not really one of the teams that are always there. It's like fresh blood is in here. You know, you got the young guy versus the old guy, kind of, and you got this powerhouse defense with this offense that seemingly just always finds a way.
If you blink, 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
it's nuts. It was exciting for me this year. I had Jamar Chase on my fantasy football team. I said this numerous times. He was a player. I normally don't pick players based off of what sports analysts say because I don't believe sports analysts. They like to talk out their ass a lot. I've been to 4 straight fantasy football finals. I've won 2 of those. Should have won the other 2. One stupid mistake away. Both those losing seasons in the finals. I would have won 4 in a row. I started listening to my gut. Drafting my team. I don't listen to no analysts. That's it.
And now here you
I listened to that one analyst. I'm a podcaster. There's a difference.
You're an analyst now, buddy. Oh, no.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I'll talk shit out my ass.
Oh man, that's so good.
I did listen to one person on rookies because I don't watch college.
Yeah.
So I do listen to little rookies, see what people say of rookies. And there was a couple of them. Naim, the running back from the Colts, AJ Dillon, and Jamar Chase. I drafted all 3 of them late. The only one that paid off was Jamar Chase. I got rid of the other 2. I got rid of Chaim in an actual trade. He did good for 2 weeks, and I got a trade out of it. So I was like, fuck yeah.
Deal.
AJ Dillon, I just dropped his ass. But Jamar Chase picked his ass up, became my number 1 wide receiver. And I had players like Jefferson, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, who I traded for Najee Harris. Massive trade. I lost Derrick Henry. I traded Mike Evans for Najee Harris. Bro, come on, bro. I should be doing fantasy freaking. Show me your team and I'll tell you who to trade. That's it. Steels, I never asked if you watch UFC. This is the first time I got to catch your sports podcast live, so I'm not sure if you talk about that or not. Huge fight tomorrow night. I used to watch UFC a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
Huge into it.
I haven't been that big into it as of late. If I go to a friend's house, I'll watch it and I get right back like, oh shit, da-da-da-da. But I haven't been in that world enough to know like what's going on, who's going on, or like who's doing what nowadays. Right. I've definitely fell off of that game.
I need to get back into it because I was a huge fan back in the day. I do
love UFC.
Love it.
It is a lot of fun to watch. Let's stay in NFL real quick. Let's talk 2021 award winners. I know you're against this. You said earlier today, and I gave you the save it for the pod thing because that's when you're a podcasting group.
This is what you got to do.
Certain things you got to have that natural reaction. Right. You know, if we would have talked about this and he said it now, I'll just be like, yeah. But then if he says some nut shit, that's genuine reactions. We don't talk about podcast stuff for the most part. Right. They had their award show last night. All sports do this, even drag racing. Drag racing has a massive drag racing fan. Why do you feel like this is pointless, useless, not needed? I need to hear this.
This is gonna bleed over almost into the Pro Bowl thing. Okay, I'm just dip my toes.
All right. Well, before you do that, then let me just say, let me just read off the award winners because there's a couple things I want to talk about, and then you can dip your toe and bleed into our final segment. Walter Payton Man of the Year, Andrew Whitworth for offensive tackle for the Rams. This was not, I don't want to use the word controversy. That's the word I was going to use. So I decided not to use it before I used it. That's the thing. You can catch yourself right before you say it. Comeback Player of the Year, I thought no matter what was going to be Dak Prescott because of obviously what happened to his ankle. But Joe Burrow, quarterback for the Bengals, actually won that. And, I mean, he had a disgusting, nasty, possible potential career-ending injury on his first season. And then this year he takes his team to the Super Bowl. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that one bit. Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel for the Titans. Defensive Rookie of the Year, my boy, Micah Parsons, linebacker for the Cowboys. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jamar Chase.
Come on now.
Let's go.
Come on now.
Here's where I have a little difference. Not really difference because he was phenomenal too. Defensive Player of the Year was TJ Watt for the Steelers. He had a phenomenal season. If I'm not mistaken, I think he broke the single season sack record or got close to it.
I believe so.
I think he did. So, I mean, he had a phenomenal year. I guess I'm just being biased because I just, I mean, for Micah Parsons doing what he did in his rookie year, he had a better season than
TJ?
LT, Lawrence Taylor did in his rookie year. Like, he broke records. He had more tackles and all that shit. But, I mean, TJ Watt out here doing his thing. He got tackles, the sacks. I think what hurt Parsons and in the vote for Defensive Player of the Year is because, which is not a bad thing for him. He is very versatile. He's a linebacker, but they were lining him up as a defensive end from time to time because of his speed. Right. So there's times where he's pushing for a sack and other times he's pushing for a tackle. So I think if he would have played more of one position, might have been a little different. I don't know. But, I mean, he had a phenomenal year. Offensive Player of the Year, Cooper Kupp, the Rams. I mean, he's been hurt the last 2 seasons. I stood away from him this year in my draft, and I could have had him twice, and I kicked my ass for not picking him up. I would have just dominated the league even more if I would have had him in my team. It was ridiculous. I had a disgusting team. Here's my issue. MVP.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Aaron Rodgers. Why?
Nobody can answer this. Let me tell you something, Bobby. If your offensive player of the year is Cooper Kupp, your defensive player of the year is TJ Watt. Your rookies, Jamar Chase, comeback quarterback Joe Burrow, all these other players winning these titles in their perspective positions, offense or defense. You just randomly pick somebody else to be the most valuable? How? If he plays offense, he should have been offensive player of the year. Makes sense to me.
Well, then how do you? So you're saying take away the most valuable player because he doesn't play defense? Because you can say the same thing for defense.
No, not necessarily that. Well, yeah. Well, depending on, you can do an offense and you can do defense MVP.
Yeah.
Because it's two different very things going on here. So you'd be picking between TJ and Cooper. Because they were more valuable to their team than Aaron Rodgers was to his team, is what I'm saying.
And that's kind of where I'm going at. I see what you're saying, but that's kind of where I'm going at. It's like, I understand that they were the number 1 team in the East, and they won some games solely on Aaron Rodgers, and there was a couple of games in there that he won that he shouldn't have won. But I don't know, man. I just feel like that they feel like they have to pick a quarterback for MVP.
You're not the most valuable. You don't have to be the most. First of all, you don't have to be the most valuable quarterback to technically win games because you have all the weapons that you have. But Aaron Rodgers, he may have had a great season, but I don't like it. I don't like it for some reason. Obviously, we know there's a Super Bowl MVP, but I think most valuable player should be an award giving out at the
I
end
feel Joe
of the
Burrow could have
season.
won that.
No. I mean, of course.
Yeah, comeback player of the year, I get it.
But
he took a team.
He's the reason why
he took a
they're
team
where they're at.
who couldn't get past the first round of the playoffs for years after having a horrible, horrific accident. And then it, like nothing, just goes straight to the Super Bowl. Like, Rodgers had some bad games this year. He lost to some bad teams, and he got bounced instantly in an embarrassing fashion.
Yeah.
And he wins, and they win, and he gets MVP?
It's so weird that they do this because let's say the Bengals do win, which they will.
Whoa.
That toss up between the MVP can go to either Burrow, Chase, Mixon if he has a good game. But it's like
for the Super Bowl.
But we all know Joe Burrow
is the reason.
MVP. Come on.
Is the sole reason.
This is the reason.
Yeah.
So it's weird that they would give it to Rodgers and you're not even in the playoffs anymore.
Yeah, see, I don't understand how these awards should happen after the season.
Completely
I really think that should be taken into consideration at least.
Because what if, let's say, Bobby, yes, you played a little bit above average throughout the whole season. Your team makes the playoffs. You're playing better. You're getting better. Your stats are getting better. You get to the Super Bowl, and now you have a monster game and you're an offensive player. Cooper Kupp ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like Cooper Kupp, yes, he's playing now, but let's just say, or you're on defense rather. TJ Watt hasn't played in weeks. Meanwhile, you're crushing your numbers. You should get Defensive Player of the Year because you're still playing. That's just the way I see it. It should be at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think there's got to be more into it.
And I don't care what anybody says. There's no way any quarterback should win MVP if Tom Brady was still playing, son. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Let's just throw this out there. Let's just throw this out there. He is the reason. He is the GOAT. Jordan wins MVP every year he plays because he's Jordan and he's the best, Bobby. We know this. Gosh, man, this makes me upset. We all know who's the best. We know who's the best. We're gonna
so he should have had 22 MVPs in a row.
Not 22. Come on, he wasn't the best when he first started playing. We all know this.
He won his first season.
He grew into his but look what he had when he first jumped in there. He literally had everything set. All he had to do when he came in was just like, let me throw some passes.
I'm sitting here saying I don't think Aaron Rodgers should be the MVP of the league, but I definitely don't think if I had to pick right now, Aaron Rodgers is more valuable to the Packers than Tom Brady is to the Bucs. They have more weapons than Rodgers. Rodgers does a lot more with nothing.
Okay, hold on. The most valuable player would have the same or similar stats if he was on any team.
No.
It should be. It should be that way.
Player. That's me. No.
Then
what it means is Aaron Rodgers is the most valuable player to the Packers than any other player for any other team.
Bobby, you trying to tell me nobody can throw the ball to Devontae Adams?
I mean,
come on, bro.
That's just like Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill somewhere out there, fucking throw it up. You know, I mean, but that's what they go off of. Basically, they take every player from every team and say, basically, if they took this one player off the team, they would go 0 and whatever.
Cooper Kupp is the MVP of the Rams, the team that is still playing. He is the top wide receiver in the league. He should have had MVP over Aaron Rodgers.
So basically, I guess I don't know what they're trying to do, but the way I'm taking it right now, based on what we're discussing, they're holding the Super Bowl awards higher than the NFL season awards. Which the ultimate goal is to win a championship. I get that. I get that. But if you're giving awards to a player, I would think that'd be for a whole season.
I would assume.
So how come, the game this Sunday ain't gonna matter in this voting?
Nah, unfortunately, no.
If
They are talking about the season.
if Joe
This is
Barrow,
based on the season.
it just says NFL 2021 awards.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Remember, they see it as up until the first round of the playoffs. These are
And
what
it's
these awards
second
are for.
straight MVP for Aaron Rodgers. Second straight. He didn't win last year.
Thank you.
He didn't win this year.
This is what I'm saying.
Did he even go to the NFC Championship? I don't remember. Did he go to the NFC Championship last year? Well, it was against Tampa. Who did Tampa play in the NFC Championship? Was it the Packers? I don't think it was the Packers. Was it?
It might have been Packers. I think he did. But the point is, you didn't win.
But again, he got stopped.
You didn't win.
Tom Brady beat him.
That's it.
Got him kicked out of the play, and he wins MVP. That's what I'm saying.
That's my point, Bobby.
I might be on your track where these awards are stupid.
The same thing.
Now listen. I mentioned this earlier. Drag racing has awards too.
Yeah.
They don't do them to the end of the year.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Exactly. They don't do them to the end of the year. Don't they do the Heisman Trophy? Don't they announce the Heisman Trophy before the championship game?
I think yeah.
What's the fucking point? Wait till after the championship game.
Because you can have a monster championship game.
Exactly.
And then you're like, I lost to this guy who I beat.
Yeah.
I beat him.
And I destroyed them. But he's going to win the Heisman? I don't see how that's possible. Yeah.
You're wilding out. These things are dumb. This is like the people voting on this. It's like when you have like the Oscars and all that crap. It's like actors voting to see which actor is the best actor. Like, shut up. Nobody cares. Hey, we want to give you this award because you're the best actor. No. Let the people who watch the movies decide if we're going to have awards to give to you people. And guess what? You don't need awards because you're making $5 to $20 million a movie. Get out of here.
Exactly.
You
Let
already
there be
won.
awards for the Super Bowl championship type stuff. And that's it. If you want to give away a couple of for the season, I still think it's got to be wait till after.
Yeah,
it's got to be waited after.
Because
you're playing the game.
You can't be coach of the year if your team's not in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's just
that's
the way I see it.
I guess with that, they just look at it as where you took the team. It's like, all right, the Titans were a good team last year. This year they got number one seed.
Mm-hmm.
They were untouchable for most of the year, even losing Derrick Henry. So I mean that's losing Derrick Henry and still being on top. That's a little upside for Mike Vrabel. I get it, but they got bounced the first round they played to a team
that
hasn't been that successful.
No, Bobby, that hasn't been successful.
I mean, they made a bunch of playoffs in a row with Carson Palmer and freaking Andy the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
and AJ Green and stuff like that. But
the Titans should have. Titans should have won. They should have, but they didn't.
Brady had an amazing year, but his impact didn't give the Bucs the position they had. I would think Burrow personally taking the MVP or Chase, since the two elevated the Bengals.
Hold on. Let's be clear. The Tampa Bay Bucs.
Be careful what you say about Tom Brady.
The Bucs wouldn't be the Bucs if Tom Brady wasn't on the Bucs. Be clear. Let's be clear.
I mean,
MVP, top quarterback. If you're going to give it to somebody who's just for regular season,
they downplayed this season towards the end of the year. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Get rid of Rodgers.
That's what he's saying.
Get rid of him.
I think he's going to Denver.
He's not leaving.
I think Rodgers going to Denver.
You think he's leaving?
He wants to go home.
He's not leaving. He would have said something already. But anyways, let's move on.
So let's. Are we just saying they have a top defense and great wideouts? Yeah, but they've always had a decent defense, and I mean they've had Godwin and they've had Mike Evans for a few years before what's his name got there. Tom Brady was the sole reason they won that Super Bowl.
100%. We know that. Hey, come on now.
But this season that just finished showed that they weren't Super Bowl ready.
Well,
They were,
injuries.
and they have basically the same team. Everyone has injuries.
No. They had injuries.
Everyone.
Bobby, they injuries.
You can't use that as an excuse.
What are you talking about?
You can't use that. Every team has injuries.
Bobby.
Oh, my team sucked. It's your injuries. That's it.
When we talk about the Cowboys, what do you say? Oh, well, if Dak Prescott didn't get hurt, he would have had a Hall of Fame season. Yeah,
because he was on his way to a Hall of Fame season.
But he got hurt.
Exactly. So I already said our season's in the trash, and it was.
Well, this is what
I'm one saying. Major injury.
But if they were healthy,
they were healthy this year and fucking lost. This is the best team they've had in years.
Evans
all
was
around.
The only
this is the
player
best,
that they only receiver that they had.
This is the best Cowboys team all around that they've had in a very long time.
Yes,
and they still lost. So that injury thing out the door. I used that excuse last year because he got injured. This year we were healthy for the most part.
But overall, if a team has 3 of their, let's say, top 5 weapons injured, it's very hard for them to win in the playoffs. It's almost impossible. And it was Brady throwing to Gronk and to Evans. His other receivers hurt. Running back was hurt a little bit, and he came back. They were hurt. Throughout the playoffs, they were hurt.
Yeah,
but either
well,
way, the point is, they're not in here. Brady's retired. Bengals are going to win.
Allegedly.
Nah, he said it. Come on, dog.
Oh,
he done, bro.
Little window open for a toe to fit in. Open for a toe to fit in.
Bobby, when a Brazilian supermodel tells you it's time to hang up the cleats, I want you home more often, you hang up the cleats. I think.
$30 million.
I mean, it was his wife.
$25 million.
Bobby, his wife makes that when she takes a picture and posts it on the internet. Ain't nobody care about that money. He don't need nothing else.
You're right.
He's dropping clothing brands. He made $30 million already.
Let's get into this last thing real quick and close it up because that ass getting hungry. All-Star games. I know it was last week. The Pro Bowl. They're not needed.
No.
Especially the Pro Bowl. I watched some old school highlight films from Pro Bowls back in the day. They were actually still hitting people.
Mm-hmm.
Sports in general, I know we say this a lot about basketball. You can definitely see the time and the change. The Pistons back in the day with the Bulls, bloodbaths. Nowadays, it's a powder puff game. Football, back in the day, lights out. Now they're trying to protect every position to where it's going to be hit two-hand touch in a few years. This Pro Bowl shit is an embarrassment.
Ridiculous.
In my opinion. Mm-hmm. Useless, not needed.
Pointless.
Why have these guys on the field if nobody's going to block? You're just going to stand there, and they're going to throw bombs down the field, and it's either a touchdown or an interception. That's not fun. I don't want to see that shit. And then they're all joking around. Listen, the best part of all All-Star games, through all sports,
give it to me,
and the Pro Bowl,
come on now,
is the day or two before the actual game.
100%.
Skills challenges.
That's all we want to see.
3-point contests.
Let's go.
Accuracy football throws.
That's it.
Hockey power shots. Skill shots. That's what I want to see. Agility. I want to see these overpaid athletes actually use their skills. I want to see you do all this crazy, crazy shit.
I want to see somebody, like, I don't really care for hockey. Not that I don't care. I just don't know it too much to get into it during the regular season. But I'll watch a playoff game because it's playoffs. It's exciting.
I'm going to take you. You've never been to a hockey game?
No.
I'm taking you to a hockey game. You'll change your mind. I guarantee it.
I will sit there and watch the All-Star skills thing for hockey. I watched it last year. Was it last year? I think it was last year or the year before. Seeing these guys do a slap shot and this puck is going 900 miles an hour. It was the most exciting thing I've ever seen. I was like,
watching their accuracy when they have the plates in the corners, and these guys are just 4 for 4, 6 for 6, ping.
I want to see them destroy like cars or destroy, I don't know, somebody's house or something with pucks. It is the most exciting thing I've ever seen.
Tex. That's where I'm going real quick.
I don't
You
care
got rid of it and
about
have the
the
four worst
game.
team plays for the first seed of draft. Damn, that's
Ooh.
hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now. I wasn't even going there with this. I wasn't even going there with
Come on,
okay, hold
come
on,
through text, Gavin. Yo,
Ted. Listen,
this man almost became MVP. Hold on
bro.
now.
Yeah, no, he
I
is
like
MVP. He
I like what he's
MVP of this
I like
episode
what
right
he's
now.
thinking.
Hold on now. Hold
That
on.
is
Listen. Okay,
awesome.
I was gonna. This is perfect segue because listen, I was gonna say all these All-Star games don't mean shit except for one: baseball. It's either a hate it or love it sport. There's no middle.
Nope.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm not in the middle. I do like it. I do love this baseball. I love the Yankees. I'll watch playoff games. I can't sit there and watch 162 games. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Their All-Star game. They had to figure out something to do. What'd they do? The winner of the All-Star game for baseball gets home field advantage in the World Series.
That's big.
There's a meaning. There's a purpose to actually
There's a reason to play now.
There's a reason to play, especially if your team, if you think that your team, these are All-Star players. A very high chance, a very high percentage of these players that are in this All-Star game are on teams vying for a playoff spot. You want that home field advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't they? I was gonna say, why don't they do something like that across all sports? But you can't with football because it's a random stadium every year. So I don't know what they would do with there. But Tex, you are on something here, my friend.
It will work for every sport except football.
This will be this
timing.
will. No, this year.
Will. Yeah.
What I'm saying with the All-Star game, getting home field advantage will work for hockey. It'll work for basketball. It'll work for baseball. But for football,
this works.
I'm loving this. Listen, screw the fucking Pro Bowl. Get rid of that shit. Just how college has a 14 play-in. Well, no, I think it's more. 18. They have a play-in. Yeah, they take the 4 top teams and they play in to see who's playing in the championship. They changed that because they wanted not to be so much political. It's Alabama every fucking year. Yeah. This is NFL's version of the draft lottery for the NBA. Take the worst 4 teams. And this takes tanking
out of it,
somewhat out of the game.
Yep.
This takes tanking somewhat out of the game because now it's like, yeah, I want that first seed, but do I really want to play another game to get it? Because what if I tank so bad and then I actually get the 4th pick?
Right. So you got to suck, but you have to suck and then you have to win.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Listen.
I like it. I like this.
I don't know if there's a lot. Listen, during the regular season, there's not a lot of people that want to watch the Jets versus the Texans.
No, nobody.
Or the Jaguars versus, I'll say, the fucking Giants, especially this year. Okay.
Oh, let me turn the light on. It's dark. It's dark.
But yeah, it did get pretty dark. But you put them in a game to see who gets the number 1 seed. It doesn't have to be a full game. Play 2 quarters. Give them extra minutes. Make it like a college. First half, second half. Let's get to it.
Maybe a little bit of coin flip and sudden death action, just like overtime. Too short.
I think that's too short.
Too short.
That's what I'm saying. Have 2 halves. What is it? 12-minute quarters. Do 2 50-minute halves.
Okay.
Or something like that. Snoop, Dr. Dre, halftime show. I don't know who's the halftime show. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Sorry, B. Yeah. This should be a fire halftime show this year.
It's gonna be lit.
Damn, Tex. This is out of the park. I freaking love this shit.
I like that a lot. I think I
want to send this shit to ESPN and be like, yo, we need to tweet ESPN. Be like, this is what we need to do. Get that powder puff ass sad freaking excuse of a freaking Pro Bowl off the TV now.
Ditch the Pro Bowl.
Keep the skills. Keep the skills challenges.
You know what?
That shit's exciting.
Add a little bit more so we can get some of the defensive players and stuff in there too.
What I was going to say,
I like to implement this.
Another thing I like that baseball does is the celebrity baseball game. NBA has a celebrity basketball game. Why don't they have a half field celebrity flag football game.
This was my idea with the Pro Bowl for the professionals. I like this idea. That way, you mixing it up is a little bit more. You get some of that.
And,
what they
and
do.
you get some of those older.
You can mic them up. You can get some of the older players
you get
in.
The older players.
Yes.
Terrell Owens can still get out there and run and catch balls. Randy Moss. You still have quarterbacks. I'm pretty sure Steve Young can go out there, still throw some bombs. Peyton Manning can come out there. Eli can come out there. Romo could come out there. I
like this. I like this.
And then have some celebrities and do a flag football thing. Football. And just enjoy it. Charity involved and stuff like that. Like, that's more exciting to me than watching actual fully paid NFL players not play a game. I'd rather watch 4 shitty teams in the season duke it out for the number 1 seed draft
100%
than watch the best players in the NFL not play a game.
100%.
That is, college overtime rules would work. Yeah, but what if you get out there and you get this hype? And because I'm pretty sure there's a lot into just starting an NFL game, mind prep, not anxiety, but adrenaline, mind prep, just to go out there, score a touchdown, stop a touchdown, the game's over. Like, I think maybe you need something one full quarter and then sudden death. Both. One full quarter back and forth.
A half, and then so you get your 2 quarters. 2 12-minute quarters.
The only way that's going to work is if they end in a tie, though. So I don't know how that works. There'll have to be some. Will the Washington Commanders ever win a championship this decade? No.
Holy shit.
They got to already change that name. They got to already change that name.
Terrible. That's the worst name maybe ever. Go back to
the Redskins.
Go back to the Redskins. Just go back.
Tex, you hit this out of the park, man. That wasn't even nowhere near on my mind.
Let's give a clap for Tex.
Let's give him a clap. That was amazing. That was an amazing idea. I love it.
We need that across the board in all sports, because that way that gets that tanking BS just out of here.
Yeah, it makes you think about tanking, because it's like, listen, I don't want to have to play an extra game just for a number 1 seed. But at least it gives the teams a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we need to win this game so we can get this number 1 seed.
Right.
Because we got to do something. I don't know how the players will feel, because they're like, we're winning to become the best of the sucks. But, like, at the same time, if you want that number 1 seed or not seed, but the number 1 pick,
there'll be no more.
You're helping your team. You're trying to help your team.
There'll be no more alleged. Hey, if you lose this game, we'll pay you an extra $100,000 per game.
Yeah, which is going on in the NFL
right now. So, I like this. You just because you lose, you shouldn't get the draft pick. You should actually have tried.
Exactly, Tex. Exactly. If they have that competition drive, they would want that number 1 pick. I agree with you 100%.
Yep.
I am loving that rule.
Well, here's the thing, though. We have to even do the players even really care if you're having a losing season, you're in a losing team. Do you think the players really care that they're going to get that number 1 draft pick slot?
Oh, that's what I was saying. It would have to see you would hope that they have the competition drive to want to help the team get the number 1. I don't know. Maybe they just do the worst 2 teams instead of 4, because then that's. What do you do with the losers then?
Like, now you're playing 3 games.
Where do you see the losers? So now you're playing 3 games for the losers to find out what the losers would get. So maybe just the worst 2 will play. But regardless, I like that idea.
It's a great idea.
It could definitely be molded into something. Or at the very least, I mean, you can't do it in NFL. Well, I guess you can. The Pro Bowl. Well, no, you can't, because that's random. But at least with the other sports, I don't mind if the All-Star game has an impact on home field advantage. That means your best player should have played a little better.
I just think that it anything where the Pro Bowl game for football, just in general, with the nature of the sport, where you can get injured at any minute, any given moment, just having a game that means nothing. I'm not going to potentially sacrifice my career for
especially in a sport like football where the average careers are very
short.
Small, very short,
very short.
Especially depending on your position too.
Right,
running backs are really short.
And the money that you get for being selected to the Pro Bowl it's not worth it. So there's no, hey man, you want to come on? I thought maybe we can do something where it's like a flag football game, but it's still like players get injured just running down the field. So just ditch the Pro Bowl altogether. Give them
the, if you really want to give them the accolade of being voted a Pro Bowl or an All-Star, that's fine.
Just make it a title. You got voted.
You were a starter. Congratulations. You're here. You're getting to wear the stuff. You're in attendance. Congratulations. Yep. You don't need to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Let's watch these old timers play. And you'll have Adam Sandler out there, freaking little ass what's his name, Kevin Hart, gonna be out there running around talking mad shit.
Yeah.
Just get these celebrities out there
and have a little bit of fun. Let them have fun. Bit of stuff here and there. Just do it like how the NBA does it. They mix it up, like the 3-point contest. You'll have a pro with a celebrity or a rookie or an average Joe. Make it an average fan that gets selected at random. Do some kind of weird lottery, so the guy can come up there and get a pass thrown to him by Mahomes, and his life is changed forever in his head. Something like that. Just make it something exciting. Because
I'm going to tell you this much right now. I couldn't even guesstimate the last time I watched an actual All-Star game or a Pro Bowl. I'll watch the skills challenges. I'll watch the home run derby. I'll watch the dunk contest.
I'll watch a 3-point contest.
Aaron Gordon got Jude.
What?
Aaron Gordon got screwed. I'll just say that right now.
Oh. Yeah.
That one dunk contest.
Yeah, he should have won. Everybody knows this.
Guarantee he should have won.
Everybody knows this.
Those dunks that he made.
Why do you think he said he's never doing it again?
Those are 2K. Those are video game dunks. Those are fucking video game dunks.
The guy is a walking pixel. He is a highlight reel.
Yes.
He should have won. Everybody knows this. He knows this. The guy who won that year, who cares? Should have given him the trophy. But anyways,
it's getting late. This is a decent long one. It's getting late. I got to eat.
I got to go.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Tex, Killer, BB.
Tex, my man, you have nailed it.
Yes, you have definitely nailed it.
If I was you, I would
think you're onto something there.
To every sports person you follow on Twitter, NFL.
Hold. Do this.
What?
Clip this part.
Yeah.
From this video. When you put that and then we reacted. Make a little clip of that. Send that out.
Yes, do that.
Help us help you help us.
You're right.
There it is. He caught it. All right, this has been another installment of PSNBS Presents Sports, episode 5. Hopefully next time London can be here. But I don't think he will because we are Monday, right after work. Super Bowl. We can't wait. We got to talk Super Bowl. So we're going to go live because I think we're recording our main episode Monday night. So
we can sneak this in.
Got to sneak this in Monday. Check out our next episode Tuesday. PSNBS podcast. We're a gaming podcast. #1 Orlando gaming podcast.
Let's go. #1 podcast in
whatever.
Orlando.
#1. Hit us up. Check out my boy BB Reacts. He's on YouTube as well. Him and his girl, they react to videos. Usually one or sometimes both have never watched the movie, so you actually get some of their genuine reactions of what's going on in the movie. Really good. Check out his page. Check us out. Check them out. Check out Greg's page, The Garage.
The Garage on YouTube.
You want to watch
You'll see me there with my green car posing.
Yep, green car.
Hit the subscribe button. We got some awesome content coming this year. I got a 73 old school Volkswagen bus that I'm restoring. I have a 98 Jetta that I'm also doing some work on this year. So we got some things in this year. Always doing work. We're always grinding out here. We're grinding out here, Bobby.
I really need to start recording the shit I do to my car. But
yes, you should. I've told you for years.
I know. All right, we out. PSBS, anyways. We out. Thank you guys. As always, Biggs forever. Long live Biggs. The most lovable. We out. You're